Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here. I thought I'd give you all an update on my Shoei Neotec 2 helmet. I bought this just under 2 months ago. Near as I can figure, I've got about 12,000 miles on it, so I've got a lot of experience in it. I have got it all, snotty. I spent about an hour last night cleaning it up, and that's another thing. When you get a helmet, we'll talk about that in a minute, but I've really enjoyed this helmet. It's added to my motorcycle riding experience more than the cost of the helmet. This, when I bought this helmet, I thought it was expensive. I bought it because I had my other helmet. I was going on these long rides. My other helmet had hot spots, and I'd find myself jiggling the helmet around as I went down the road. I thought, I'm going to buy myself a good helmet, and this was the one I got. And I wanted modular. This is modular. I wanted sunshade. This has sunshade. I wanted extra comfort. I wanted quiet. This had all of those things, and the value that this helmet has given me is far greater than the cost that it cost me. And by the way, these are on sale right now. I got this one at BaxterCycle.com, and I went to the store actually, but you can get these on BaxterCycle. I think they still have some left. Go on there and check. I got silver because I like silver. Anyway, it's just been a great. I just told you I cleaned it up, but still has bugs on it. So what makes this helmet so great? Well, the first thing I would say is comfort, and that's what I wanted. I wanted comfort and quiet. And comfort, the materials inside are, the helmet's shaped right from my head. The materials inside are high quality. You have to clean a helmet, of course, you're going to wear it a lot, but it's a good place to be. Every helmet I've ever owned, it has taken, a week or two to get broke in. This one was, when I got it, I thought this helmet is already broke in. And then what I found is over the course of a couple of weeks, it actually got better. The only thing I really had in the beginning that was kind of needing broke in was I had a ridge pressure over right over here. And that's just totally gone now. I've taken this helmet, I think, like I said, about 12,000 miles and just under 2 months. I've been to Colorado and Wyoming and South Dakota, all across Nebraska a couple times, Kansas, Missouri. I think I might even touch into Oklahoma and Arkansas with it. I'm not sure about Arkansas, but Illinois. Well, I'm going to Illinois next week. I don't think I took this to Illinois yet, but across Iowa. This has added so much value to the rides, my ride, that it's just like a whole new experience with motorcycling. It's just so much more comfortable. A good gear makes for a good ride. They always tell you that. Well, the reality is, if you ride a lot, it just makes your motorcycle so much more enjoyable. It's like being able to sit in a quiet room. Of course, it's not a quiet room, but it just has added really that much more comfort and value to my ride. So going on, I think the thing is very quiet also, and that's another thing I wanted. I wanted a quiet helmet. Now it is modular, and they say modulars are noisy. Modular means the front opens up, and that's another thing I wanted. So why would I want a modular helmet? What are you going to do if you're going to sneeze, You go down the road and you need to sneeze, right? Well, I can open it up, sneeze. Now I don't have a snot-filled helmet, right? That's being facetious, but I wanted it to be able to open, so I'm out riding, talking to a friend at a stop sign, get a bug in the helmet, I can open it up. Go to get gas, I don't have to take my helmet off. Of course, I always take my helmet off just to get the brake, but I can just take it off the top quickly. And but back to the sneeze. What do you do if you have to sneeze and you're in your helmet, right? Well, you open it up and you turn your head and you sneeze, right? Otherwise, you get a snotty helmet, and helmets get dirty enough as it is. There's a lot of maintenance to helmet. We'll talk about that in a bit too. Why is it so quiet? Is a couple things. One is they've got this excellent. I don't know if I can show you that. There's all kinds of cushioning around the neck. And because it's a modular helmet, you can put it on, they can make the neck area smaller because you can open the helmet to put it on and off, take it on and off. And they've got some really good controls on there, including, see how easy that opens? Including this very good chin guard. It's kind of an insulated mesh material, but it's thick. It's not single ply, it's multi-ply, and then I think there's like a layer of foam there, but very quiet helmet, And the other thing I think makes it so quiet is aerodynamics. The helmet, see, I already got that lash. I didn't have to slam it shut or anything. The helmet, I think they had good design in the beginning. The very good design. If you ever look at Neotec's, Neotec 1 and this one and the Neotec 3, they all have kind of the same shape. And I think that's because it's a very good aerodynamic shape, And I think that's another reason it's so quiet. And if you look at the shield also, You know, it's got this big fold on the top. It's got this smoothness through here. You know, the reason I think it only has one of these is because they didn't want to put one on each side and create another aerodynamic drag. The new one has a central mount, which I would like to have that. That's kind of neat. The other thing that I think is they were concerned about with aerodynamics is this switch, which is for the sunshade, and on the inside here, this thing is very small. And I thought, why would they make that so small? And the only thing I can come up with is, because, you know, they can put as big a switch on there as you need, is aerodynamics. They wanted to keep the aerodynamics down, to keep the noise down, and they've done a good job in that. So very happy with that. While I've got it open like this, I want to talk about this visor. So I don't know what they've made this out of, or what kind of treatments on it, or what it is, but you can be riding with that down at dusk, and the colors are bright. You can see good with it. I mean, obviously when it gets dark you want it up, but it isn't, I've had other helmets with visors like that, and they just have not worked as good. It's like they've done some special kind of magic with that too, you know. And then same with the normal one too. Look at that, isn't that smooth? That's another thing I wanted. I wanted a smooth operating helmet. But this is also a very neat visor, and I don't know if I can do it with one hand, but I'll just tell you about it. You can crack this open so it's just cracked, just minute amount, just enough to let air through. And then after that it goes up 7 positions. So why do I need that? Well, that gives me just a little bit of venting. We'll talk about venting here in a minute. But that's another value of that visor. It's also a very clear visor, and because of that, you need to clean it with good stuff like Plex. When I'm on the road, I take these with me. They do work, but they kind of leave like a coating on there. And I was worried that I damaged the visor, but what I found is I took it off last night and I cleaned it all up, and now it's just like new again. So it's more of a coating on there, and I think what I'm going to have to do is just, after I go on these long rides, I'm going to take it apart and clean it up, you know, with the Plex, because it cleaned it up. And by the way, for the inside of the helmet, I use this. I'll spray that. You wear a helmet, you need to keep the inside clean. You know, if you grab your helmet like this and you feel chunks on the inside, you're not keeping your helmet clean enough. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's a great product. Great helmet. The venting, let's talk about venting. My last helmet was not vented very well. If you watch my videos, I talked about that, how it was undervented. You know, in the winter that might not be terrible, but in the summer it's terrible. But this helmet has this chin opening right here. And when you open and close that going down the road, you can feel it. You know, I already talked about this opening here. Up here on the top, it's got this inlet here and this thing on the top. Big open thing you can do with your gloves. That's wide open right now. That's medium, and that's off. And then on the rear, it's got this kind of a passive venting system right here. And like I said, when you open these, you can feel the level of each opening. You know, you can feel the difference. So it makes a heck of a difference on it. Jumping back to the visor real quick, I don't know if I mentioned, but the other thing I noticed right away with this versus my last helmet is this is very wide right here. And the first ride I rode this helmet on, you know, I went to look, you know, off to the side. And I was just amazed at how much more range of view I had. And that should be a key feature of any helmet, good range of view, because, you know, the best way to stay safe is to avoid an accident. And that kind of does it. So I think I've gone over most of the features. I talk about how I wanted it to be smooth. And this, you know, my last helmet was kind of clunky. This one's very smooth. Also, I don't know if I mentioned the ratchet strap, you know, the stainless steel ratchet. If you've never had a helmet with a ratchet strap, get yourself one. You'll love it. I did 2 videos on this already, and I did not mention safety at all. Now, I wear a helmet. I always wear a helmet. I had an accident 2 years ago, and if I wouldn't have had a helmet on, I don't think I'd be making this video right now. But I buy a helmet for safety, of course. But what I wanted with this helmet was, I had helmets, and I had safety already. I wanted comfort, and I wanted, you know, the quietness, and I wanted the all-day riding experience, and, you know, that's what I'm emphasizing, I guess, when I bought this, or what I was thinking about when I bought this particular helmet. And I'm going to go ahead and back that up with, like I said, I just got back from, where did I go? The Nebraska Sand Hills, 3 days, 1,200 miles, had that helmet on all day long. Never once did I think, oh, I got to get this dang thing off my head, you know. I went to Colorado for 5 days. I went to, let me think. I think I went to Wyoming, South Dakota with this helmet on, and I think that was a 5-day ride. You know, never once did I think, I got to get this helmet off. You know, this helmet is so comfortable. It's an all day long comfortable helmet for the shape of my head. It just works very, very well. I'm very happy with this. I got this, by the way, I got this at Baxter Cycle. You can get one for yourself at baxtercycle.com. You know, I'm looking at all these details right now as I'm talking about this. These are all aerodynamic details, I think, to make the air flow better, because, you know, I don't think this is an aesthetic ad. I think this is actually there to make things, you know, more streamlined. You know, they've done a lot, I think, with the shape. So when you're riding with this helmet, you know, if you turn your head, you don't suddenly get that big pull. You know, it does very well. When you're riding with this helmet, it's not really a light helmet because it's modular. It doesn't feel heavy though because it cuts the air so well. You know, I've had a lot of helmets and I've never had one that cuts through the air as good as this one. Just a very good helmet. What about shortcomings? Things that I would say are shortcomings on this helmet. I wish this was centralized. The new Neotec 3 is centralized. Of course, you can get this helmet now for quite a bit less than the Neotec 3, and this is a great helmet. There's no reason not to get this. This switch seems a little small to me in the beginning, but now that I'm used to it, it's a non-issue. Here again, look at this little lip here. That's more of that aerodynamic thing, I think. And then the other one I think I talked about already was the size of this switch. I wish this was bigger. And again, I think the reason it's not bigger is because of aerodynamics. You know, big switch, more air problems, you know. That's the switch for this shade right here. This wonderful shade. You know, isn't that neat how that works? Absolutely beautiful. Other problems with this, and these are kind of a... First time I went shopping, you know, I always carry my motorcycle helmet in. And, well, I'm not going to throw that in a shopping cart. You know, you gotta, you know, you find yourself cleaning it. You know, you want to protect it. You know, it costs a lot of money. It gives you a lot of comfort. It gives you a lot of joy. So you want to take care of it. You know, I now carry these kind of things. You know, before I would just clean it with a rag and stuff. But you know, this is, I guess I don't carry that when I travel, but I do carry these. You know, you need to any helmet you need to use that. But you know, it's the kind of thing where you start thinking, you know, I think I made a joke about this before where, you know, there's that Star Wars movie where they have the Darth Vader helmet in the shrine. You know, you think, do I need a shrine for this piece of art? You know, it's really quite a neat helmet. And then, of course, it makes all your other helmets, including your last favorite helmet, seem like crap because, you know, it's such a great helmet. All right, I'm going on and on and on. What else can I tell you all about this? Any questions about this? You know, put in the comments down below. I'm very happy with it. Like I said, I think I have about 12,000 miles on it. I got it about 2 months ago. I went back through my videos, and the first video I posted about this was just under 2 months old. So that must be about when I got it. It's a great traveling helmet. It does all kinds of things. You know, I took this off last night, the shield off, to clean it, and that was kind of a trick too. It does not come off easy. Actually, it didn't come off easy, and it took some concentration to get it back on, but I think, you know, it's got this kind of a weird mechanism, but it works really well. I think I just had to learn how to use it. Oh, the other thing is I do not have the pin lock in it. It's pin lock ready, but I never installed the pin lock because I didn't want to look through another layer of plastic. But great helmet, great helmet. If you're in the market for a helmet like this or a new used Royal Enfield like this, by the way, this has 30,000 miles on it now, or a Royal Enfield like that, which now has 10,000 miles on it. Or you know, a classic 350 or a classic British bike like this, or maybe a Triumph like that one over yonder, and you know, need something like that, get yourself over to the mighty Minitropolis of Marty, Iowa. Go to Baxter Cycle, or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell those fine folks that Fuzzy Biker sent ya. Hey, it's going to be a beautiful day here, and I'm going to do some bike riding, and y'all should do the same. Life is good. Life is good. Get out there and enjoy it. Wahoo! Yippee-yi-yay! Yippee-yi-yo! Down the road we go! Beautiful, beautiful machine.